Hello students, welcome to part 1 of how to program the video game Cheese Chase using Scratch 2.0. Some of the world's first and most popular computer games were maze games. Okay, so we're going to create a maze game called Cheese Chase. Our main protagonist is Mimi the mouse. So let's create our first sprite. So let's get to the Scratch 2.0 website and let's sign in. Remember, your username is your student number, and your password is the same password you used to get into the computer at Fletcher's Creek. Okay, so let's create a new game. Okay, in the top left-hand corner, in the untitled box, let's replace that with Cheese Chase, and then hit enter. Okay. All right, so we're not going to use the sprite, the cat sprite, so we can right click on that sprite and click delete. Okay. All right, so let's click on a new sprite. So let's find a new sprite and then let's go down and look for mouse 1. And here it is. Okay, this is Mimi the mouse. So we'll click on it and click OK. All right, so we're going to create our first script for Mimi the mouse. Right now, we'll keep the name mouse. Okay, we always start with the events blocks, and let's start with when the green flag is clicked. Let's click on the orange control blocks, and let's find the forever block and snap that underneath the when green flag is clicked. Then we'll grab an if then block and place it inside the forever block. All right, for sensing, okay, let's grab the touching block and place it inside the top arm of the if-then block, okay. If touching, sorry, wrong block. We're going to use the key space pressed. I'm going to move this back. I apologize for that. So Mimi's control is all controlled by your keyboard. So what we'll do is we'll start with the up keyboard, the up keystroke. Up arrow is pressed. Then, so we'll go to motion. Okay. We'll point in direction. So we'll move that inside the if then block. Now remember the up arrow is signified by 0. 0, it says right here, 0 means up. Okay? And then we'll have it move. The mouse will move 5 steps every time you press the up arrow key. Okay? All right. So now what we need to do is we need to create a few more of these for the down key, the down key, the right key, and the left key. So what we can do is I can right click on the if then block, right click on the if then block and choose duplicate. And then what's going to happen is everything in that if then block is going to be attached to my mouse. So then I can click over here and just leave it down here. So I'm going to do it 2 more times in case you didn't get it. So make sure your mouse is on the if then block. I'm going to right click and choose duplicate. It's going to be attached to my mouse. So I'm just going to place it down here. Click to let it go. I'm going to try it one more time. So I'm going to right click on the if then block, right click and choose duplicate and then move it down here. Okay, so what we need to do is this was the up arrow. So now for the second one here, for the second if then block, let's go down arrow, the opposite direction, the down arrow. And then we want it to point. Let's see what our options are. Down is 180. Okay, we're going to leave it at 5 steps, so our motion is going to be very consistent. Okay, so for the third if then block, how about we go keystroke right arrow, and then we're going to point it in the direction. What is right? Right is 90 degrees. Okay, we're going to leave it at 5 steps, move 5 steps. Okay, so the last if then block, and the last keystroke is left arrow. If we hit the key left arrow, if we press the left arrow key, then we're going to point in direction left should be -90, -90, and we're going to have it move 5 steps. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lock all of these if-then blocks together, and then I'm going to move these 3 inside the forever block underneath the first if-then block. So here we go. I'm going to left click and drag and make sure it's inside the forever block, and you see how now we have 4 of those if-then blocks attached to each other. Okay? All right, so let's test it. Let's click on the green flag, and what we want to do is we're just testing the control of the mouse. When you hit the use all 4 keys, make sure your mouse is moving nice and smoothly throughout the screen. All 4 keys work so that we have all 4 directions covered. Okay, so if it works, let's go to File, let's go Save Now. Okay, so this concludes part 1 of the video game project Cheese Chase. Thanks for watching. Bye.